Today we're sitting down with YSN Poet, a young artist making waves out of Dallas with roots in Jacksonville. At just 18, he's already released impactful projects like From Nothing to Something and The Chosen One, Deluxe, earning a reputation for his heartfelt, melodic trap sound and poetic storytelling. His music dives deep into themes of love, pain, faith, and perseverance, always keeping it raw and authentic. While his fans were anticipating his upcoming project War Veteran, Poet made the decision not to release it, proving that his focus isn't just on dropping music, but on dropping the right music at the right time. Today, we talk about that decision, his growth as an artist, and what's next on his journey. For new listeners, who is YSN Poet, and what do you stand for as an artist?
I would say I stand for the truth. Just trying to be as truthful and as honest as I can, and I do that by just conveying really good messages through my music, not just for myself, but to the public, to the world, the youth, everybody. I try to get people to, I just try to, get them to express their truth in the most powerful way they can do that. Whatever it is that you want to do in life, whether it's do what I do, which is make music, whether it's, it could be something as simple as doing hair. It don't matter to me. The biggest thing that I want you to feel when listening to my music is, I want you to feel inspired. Meaning that I want you to go out there and express your truth the same way I express mine through my music. So, I would say it would be expressing truth.
Your single Rays of You gave fans a glimpse into your softer, more emotional side. What inspired that record?
For the past few months, I've really been wanting to make something emotional. And, over the summer, I made a lot of music. And I really wanted to just make something catchy, something that just resonated with me. And when I initially made the song, I had my boy Sean Too Crazy. He had posted the snippet, and half the beat was cut out. So I only rapped for the first half of the beat that he posted. Just the bullshit, just to see how it would sound and stuff. I didn't even know the song was gonna come out the way it did. But I ended up liking it, and I listened to the 50-second snippet I had over and over again for a week straight. And then I finally went and just bought the beat from him. And once I bought the beat, I was like, okay, how am I gonna do this song? It was based how it was based off how I was feeling at that time. You know how it go. You meet a girl or whatever, or you like somebody. I just think about how I feel about that person, and I think about it as deep as I could think about it. I think about it as deeply as possible, and I try to convey that into, a beat. And I start thinking about the rhyme schemes, the melodic flow, the everything. I just try to put it together the best way that I can.
You've got the ability to shift between pain, love, and storytelling in your music. How do you decide what side of yourself to show?
Oh man, that's easy. Just it's always based off how I'm feeling. No matter what it is, I could be angry. I could be sad about something, whatever it is. I'm going to know what part of me to show just based off of how I'm feeling.
War Veteran was highly anticipated, but never dropped. Can you talk about why you chose not to release it?
Well, originally War Veteran was going to come out August, I think the 22nd. And I finished the project in not even a week, 2 weeks into making it. And I just didn't want to drop too fast I felt like that was like that was a big critique around the time. You know, I think my fan base was like, hey, you know, he dropping a lot of projects. And, you know, since the year had started, I had already dropped like what, one, two, what, like 3 projects. Even though the, you know, For My Fans 3 and the Straight Outta Texas EP, those weren't albums. They were just, you know, they own thing going. They were like EPs. You know, people still took it as, oh, you know, he dropping a lot of music. And I didn't want to drop all that music too soon. You know, I had just dropped the Deluxe not even a month before then. So I didn't want it to be overcrowded. And at the same time, I liked the project. I did, you know, it was really good, and I was really excited about dropping it because a lot of the people that were listening to the Deluxe were new fans. So they didn't know what my music was about. And they was like, you know, oh, you know, this kid got mad potential. And, you know, people were commenting, talking about, oh, well, you know, he need to, you know, stop rapping about the killing and stuff so much, you know, tone it down, this, then the third. I'm like, man, these people just don't know. You know, like, these people don't even know, like, the type of music that I really make. You know, I was bullshitting with the Deluxe. You know, it was a summer album more than it was a thought out, you know, from track 1 to 12 project. And, you know, I really wanted to make a statement that, you know, I'm gonna show y'all what a real project is from start to finish. So that's what War Veteran was. And, but I ended up deleting it. And, I want to talk about this too. I did try to drop multiple singles after that delay. My first single that I was going to drop was a single called Blue Skies. I also made an announcement post on that, but I took it down because I just felt like it wasn't the right time to drop. And then recently, really recently, like in the last like 2 weeks, I was supposed to drop Miss Gordon part 2. That didn't come out because, again, United Masters, they had denied the single release on all platforms, so that kind of messed me up. Cause usually, I be in my head so much about the music that I'm dropping. So usually, when I go ahead and submit a song to United Masters, if it gets approved, there ain't ain't no taking it down, ain't no backtracking. So when they denied it, I was like, oh man. I was like, well, then I'm gonna have to make this a YouTube exclusive. And I'm like, man, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. So I thought about it long and hard, and I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna drop it. So instead, I had, you know, got on the song with Lil Henny. Me and him did some shit together, and then I was like, I'm gonna figure something out with the singles that I've been trying to release. But I finally was able to get Raise You out, and that was a really good thing. I'm really happy about dropping and being back consistent.
What did making War Veteran teach you, even if the world never got to hear the full project?
War Veteran taught me a lot, you know. It taught me how deep my music can really be if I lock it in. It also taught me how to convey my emotions in a real, even more powerful way than what I already have. And, you know, the project taught me a lot. It taught me a lot. Man, I can't think of everything, but it was definitely a phase. And it went by really quick. You know, I made it 1 week. It was finished the next week. I was thinking about putting it out not too long after that. You know, I was making so much music post the Deluxe. And it was like, man, I ain't even know what to do with it. And I was like, man, I got to do this right. And I was like, if I'm going to drop, I got to drop something that is worth it. So that's what it also taught me, too. It taught me patience. It taught me quality over quantity. And just, making the best music that you can possibly make at that time period. So,
how do you know when music is ready to release versus when it's better to keep it in the vault?
to be honest, you don't know. You really don't know. That's been a big thing recently. I really don't be knowing. Sometimes I'm just like, I just pick a day. And then when I get done picking that day, I just hope everything go well. It's all about the timing. I look at it like this, right? Everything is written. If it's meant to drop, it's gonna drop. If it's not meant to drop, it ain't gonna drop. So when it happens, that's when it's supposed to happen. There's nothing that you can do about it. That's how I look at it. I just look at it as, it's meant to be. It ain't nothing else to it. It's either gonna drop or not.
From Nothing to Something was about transformation. How do you feel you've grown as an artist since then?
Oh man, I've grown a lot since From Nothing to Something. I made that album. It took me like 10 months to make that album. And that was a real long 10 months. I'll never forget those 10 months, going through what I was going through. But I've grown so much because, I went through some real, dark things, mentally and spiritually. That was a tough time. And, that project really, if you go listen to it, then you know what I went through. But I've grown a lot since then. I'm in a better place. I'm still it's still elements of that I'm still trying to shake off because, it was a big hit on my life at that time. But, I'm here, I'm alive, and, I kept the ball rolling. So that's all that matters to me. It's just keeping the ball going and, staying consistent in whatever it is I'm trying to do.
With Rays of You and your other projects, fans have seen your versatility. Do you consider yourself more of a rapper, singer, or poet?
I consider myself all three, rapper, singer, and poet. I never wanted to be boxed in one lane. I don't like that narrative of being just a rapper because I can do everything. I could rap any kind of way I want. I can write in any way I want. I can do anything, man. And that's where my talent is right there, just being so versatile that it works. A lot of artists, they don't got that versatility because, they don't know how to be themselves while also branching out. It's like when you branch out, you have to branch out into something that, still resonates with you. So for example, y'all have heard me rap on rock beats, y'all have heard me rap on drill beats, and y'all have heard me rap on pop beats. None of those, and like, for example, listen to For My Fans 3, and then go listen to Straight Outta Texas. You're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? Like, wait, how you go from this soft pop-like music to talking about, what I'm saying, all this crazy stuff in Straight Outta Texas? It just, that's that versatility. That's me. I'm not even really necessarily going out of my lane. I'm just showing, different perspectives of, of my artistry. This is this perspective, the drill. This is this perspective, the pop. This is this perspective, the melodic pain stuff. Or it's this perspective, rock music. Whatever it is, I can do it. And and if I know I can do it, I'm gonna be the best at it. I can tell you that right now.
What can your supporters expect from you next, musically and personally?
Y'all can expect me to be the most consistent that I've been since this summer. I plan on having I plan on being super consistent, dropping a lot throughout the month of October. And I can't wait. I can't wait to hear y'all's opinions on my newer music, because it is a lot better than the music that I was dropping earlier this year, and I can't wait. You know, I got a lot of songs unreleased right now. I've been making nothing but music. So I'm really excited to see you know, where everything goes with that. And yeah, y'all can expect some new music and more consistent me on a personal level.
If we're sitting down a year from now, where do you see YSN Poet in his career and life?
Oh, you never know. You never know. That all depends on what I do today. You know, I don't ever think too much into the future, because if I do, then, you know, that's going to mess up what I'm doing now, which will impact my future later. So, you know, it all starts on what you do today, tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that, the day after that. It all starts right now today. So, you know, you got to live in the moment. You got to know what you want in the moment, and, you know, see what tomorrow bring out of that.
This has been our conversation with YSN Poet. From Nothing to Something to The Chosen One Deluxe and his heartfelt single Rays of You, he's proven himself as one of the most exciting young voices in music today. Even though War Veteran didn't drop, it's clear he's focused on releasing the right music at the right time. Make sure you follow YSN Poet on all platforms and stay tuned for what's next. Thanks for listening.
Well, I don't think about you in my head sometimes. You my sunshine, cutting through my gray skies. And girl, when I'm with you, I don't ever watch time. Every minute, every day, time fly. Got you living in my head, can't lie. When I'm with you, I don't ever ask why. Low-key love you, so I'm taking my time. I see grace in your shine. I'm praying you don't stray from my side. Fuck a sunshine, baby, I see rays of you stuck in my mind.